the place. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I don't see how people will stream or make a whole schedule streaming, but it's a difficult task. And I gave up quite quickly. But the thought I had today, and this ain't gonna be a long video, it can't be, because it's not really a big discussion, but it was just a thought that I had. There's unconditional love, which some people don't even believe that's a real thing, but there's unconditional love, and then there's has to be. This is just a thought that came to my mind today. There has to be unconditional hate. And there's a lot of reasons why I think this. It has to be a thing. And everybody that sees this video and everybody in the world have a person in their life that despises them for no reason, almost. And you can't really ask the person if they don't like you or why they don't like you, because you shouldn't be that concerned. And even if you are that concerned, you can't ask. But why is it? And I always have to say the flip side. If there's one side, there has to be another side of the coin. So there has to be unconditional hate. And another reason why I bring this up is I see certain celebrities that people hate. Like, it don't matter what they do, what they say, what their thought process is, what they do, the chain of events, what they look like. It doesn't matter. It's people that hate them. And yes, I see most of the hate on TikTok, but perfect example, Floyd Mayweather. There's people that despise this man. I'm talking about every time he opens his voice, people are ready to see him lose. People want to see this man go broke, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not going to harp too much on celebrities because, we don't know their situation. We don't know how they live. We don't know how they handle the hate. But we know how we handle the hate. And I feel like I have to bring up celebrities because a lot of us don't even feel like we have things to hate on. We're just regular people living regular lives, minding our regular business. And then there's always that person in the corner, metaphorically, that just like watches you from afar and just hates. And they're waiting to see you fail. I'm not making it personal because I haven't really felt this in a long time because I don't really be around people. I started to hate people for a while, so I separated myself. But there was a time, the more social I got, the more hate I got, the more people would pick at every little thing I did. And specifically in the workplace, because I conversated with those people the most, it's like, yeah, eventually these people left, but there was always a person, and it wasn't just women and it wasn't just men, but it was always a specific person that almost had to let me know that they didn't like me, that they had to let it be known. They didn't just hate me in silence or in secret. It would get around the workplace. They would tell people that they hate the way I dress or the things that I talked about, or they wanted to switch schedules so they wouldn't have to work with me. And I always thought, when you first hear these things, these are new to you. And the first thing you think of is, why? What did I do to this person? And you want to ask. You want to be like, you don't want to seem like you care, but you do want to know, like, is there a specific thing you did that you can apologize for? Or is there a specific thing you did, if you're petty, you want to do it again? And it's a thing you want to know because sometimes people will put your job at jeopardy, or they'll be so petty to the point where it's time to fight because they'll do little things because they don't like you. Instead of going out of their way to like do something good, they'll choose something bad. The main thing, I don't really like talking about like topics that are going on right now, but can we talk about the Drake thing? Can we talk about that? For anybody, maybe you're living under a rock and you haven't seen what was going on, but it's like Drake disappeared for a while and then he eventually came back, dropped a couple of albums, and I heard a little mixed reviews. Now, I'm at the age where I don't really care about how other people feel about things that I like, but I enjoyed the album, maybe because me and him are close to, the same age. But the main thing is, it's how people talk about. They don't just say they don't like him. They make it seem like this dude is horrible. Sometimes they don't even talk about his artistry. They just separate the art from the artist, and they just say he's corny in general. And I was always taught to like separate the art from the artist because you don't really know the artist. You don't know that person personally. So how can you be like, I don't really like this person? How can you say that when you don't even know this person? You see little glimpse of if they make a status on a social site, or you see the little glimpse of them in videos, but for all of us, as time goes on, a lot of us be in front of the camera a lot more. You're not the same person you are outside of the camera or off the camera. Nobody. I don't care who you are. You can be, there's levels to being authentic, but to a certain extent, when you're in front of a camera, you're not going to be your true self. Just like when you can be comfortable around certain people, but when you're by yourself, that's the real you, because the energy is just all you. You're not worrying about energy shifts. You're not worrying about, body language and, being in defense mode, like you're being your true self. So it's like, the point I'm trying to make is we don't know these people. So we don't know where the hate come from. The envy, the jealousy, I can see you can just hate the fact that he's successful, but they like dig deeper than that. Even when he's clashing with somebody or he's having a battle or some of his enemies, I'm talking about Drake, they will, even if they don't listen to the enemy, they'll just say, use that to fire the flame. I know you guys don't care really about rich people, because I kind of don't either, because I just don't know. I don't relate to them at all. But the whole point I'm trying to make is there has to be unconditional hate. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. There has to be people that despise you no matter what. I don't know if you remind them of somebody. I don't know if it's little things that just turn them off about you, but I will never understand like people hating on somebody just for absolutely no reason. But dealing with it, the only way you can deal with it, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, the only way you can deal with unconditional hate is just working on yourself and literally just building up real confidence, where people can't just rip away your confidence at any moment. Because if you're insecure already and you're unsure of yourself already, and you're not really working on yourself, anybody can just come and poke the bear at any moment and just ruin your day. They can talk about your hair, or how you dress, how you carry yourself, especially if you're not working on it 100%. And that's most people. They don't work on themselves at all. And you can see it by how they react to the hate, the unconditional hate. You see what I'm saying? You understand a little bit? Just a little bit? Because I'm just coming up with this stuff while I'm talking. Because I'm thinking while I'm talking. Because I don't know. I come on camera just asking questions. I'm not one of those people that just come on camera and act like I know everything. I don't know anything. The more I think I know, the less I know. No pun intended. But do y'all believe there's this unconditional love? If you're in the chat right now, do you believe there's unconditional love? I mean, not unconditional love. Do you believe it's unconditional hate? Do you believe? It has to be, to me. And matter of fact, the better question is, do you have somebody in your life that hates you? They seem like they hate you regardless. It's nothing you can do about it. Like you're just trapped in this vortex of hate from this person, and sometimes you ain't even said a word to this person. Sometimes you guys didn't even have a conversation, and sometimes, go back to the workplace, you only talk about work-related stuff with this person, and then you mind your business. And I'm just, that like hate kind of amazes me, because I know, just like there's positive people such as myself that's always looking on the positive side, there has to be, on the other side of the coin, there has to be people that just love hate. They love the drama. They love sparking up or watching violence. I do too, because it's entertaining, but they like live in it. They like love it. So me, knowing how I am, I know there's going to be an opposite person out there. And that's why I had to ask, like, are you dealing with people that hate you unconditionally, like Drake, that was a great example, or Floyd Mayweather, or Muhammad Ali in his prime? Like, it's just people that hate. And I just be one to ask them, which you can't ask because they're going to deny it. People that hate and that are jealous, and people that envy, they never admit it. They're never going to be like, yeah, I'm jealous of this person. And if they do, that's a rare thing to admit, because like being a hater is like one of the worst things. So nobody's really going to come out and be like, yeah, I'm just hating. It ain't nothing about this person in particular. But at the end of the day, this is a great question, because we're all human beings. We all are affected. It's just levels to how much you're affected. And a lot of times, like me, I want to know, for one, I want to separate myself. If I know, because it's hard to tell sometimes that people just dislike you. I always assume most of the time I did something to somebody. But I want to know if it's like unconditional hate, like there's nothing I could do to change it, and there's nothing I did in the first place, because I want to separate myself from you. It's not like I want to go around and be like, do you hate me? Do you like me? It's just I try to feel you out. And if I feel hate, then I want to separate myself. I don't really care about the details of why you don't like me, because 9 times out of 10, it's probably something stupid. I probably remind you of somebody, or somebody being, you're probably trauma from another thing, or, it might be the typical woman hate the men. So, I'm a man, or it's a typical man being jealous of another man. So it's probably like something typical. And I ain't gonna lie, it would upset me even more the small and the pettiest it is. And I think the reason why I hate, now that I think about it, the reason why I kind of despise this unconditional hate, the term, I'm kind of making it up, but the reason why I kind of despise it is because there was a time where I was a bad person, where people had all the excuses not to like me based off the decisions and how selfish I was when I was younger. I understood 100% why this person didn't like me. And sometimes the people still was cool with me after the fact, after it was all said and done with. So these people out here that just despise you, and I'm not even talking about racism, that's a whole nother subject, but the people that despise you off of absolutely nothing, it's just unconditional. I'm gonna hate you regardless, no matter what you say. Sometimes you can do something wrong, and then, unconditional hate could come from things that you did wrong in the past. It could. That's not a weird thing to say, but unconditional love, it just seems like it's more, it's strong. And I guess unconditional love is, people, no matter what you do right, they'll love you. I don't know the definition. If you know the definition, please help me. But hating, that hate stuff, because it's, we're feeling it more and more. And I feel like people are hating more and more because they're upset with the decisions they made. They're upset with themselves. They're upset that they're not disciplined to get where they want to be. So the easiest thing to do is go into a comment section and be like, this is terrible. Or just gossip about somebody about the decisions they made. And it just sucks, because all that energy you're putting into that, you could be putting it into yourself. You definitely can put that energy of hate into well, that sounds crazy, but put all that energy, that useless energy you're putting on there. Look, let me just cut myself off. The reason why I really don't understand hate is because, and let's talk about social sites or platforms, TikTok, YouTube, any of that stuff. When I come across somebody, it don't matter. They can say the craziest stuff. They can be like, I don't like light-skinned dudes that can't grow a beard. I don't like dudes with low haircuts. I don't like broke men. If I disagree with them, I never had the urge to go into the comments and try to hurt their feelings as much as I was hurt. I never really felt that. I would just be like, okay, yeah, they're, personal attacks, or they're, I just don't, if I just flat out disagree with them, even if it has something to do with me or it doesn't, I never had the urge to like give the same energy back, because it's the internet, first of all. And 9 times out of 10, it's how they feel. I'm not here to change it. It feels like the goal is to hurt my feelings, so I'm not going to give them that. Hurt dogs holler, or whatever the thing is. So 9 times out of 10, I know I'm all over the place, but my whole point is, never felt the urge to like just just intentionally hate on somebody or hurt their feelings, especially if they say how they feel or they give their opinion on something. I just keep it moving. And you see that so much, because being a content creator, like making content, you put hours and time invested and energy invested into something, just for somebody to go in the comments and be like, this is terrible. This is horrible. Instead of, it's okay to disagree, but it's just, I always say this, it's how you disagree. But you can't really, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't control how somebody reacts to whatever you do. But it just amazes me, because I'm like, it has to be projection. When you go into the comment section of anybody's videos and just talk bad, or leave a little, whatever, like a meme or whatever, it's a projection of how you truly feel about yourself. It has to be. Because I feel like if I didn't work on myself and I was doing absolutely nothing in life, and I hated my job, hated my life, and I see other people like taking a chance, a leap of faith, I would most likely be in the comment section hating too, just because. And on top of that, hate gets more attention. Other people say it all the time. Hear other artists or whoever, the creators of anything, they'll have 100 comments of being positive, but they'll only remember the negative comment because negativity, man, it's just certain type of power that just knocks you off and makes you rethink everything, and it just sucks. Of course, but this wasn't supposed to be a long video. It's just a thought. I always want to hear other people's opinion. It's hot as hell where I'm at. I might be sweating. You probably can see me sweating when I'm recording. I can't have the air on because then you would hear it and it would just mess up everything. But that's the number one thing. Like, it just sucks. It's a lot of hate. I don't know if it always been hate in the world, but it definitely is getting up there to the point where it's like overwhelming hate, and it's affecting people's regular lives at this point, where everywhere you go, it's just like insecurity, hate, and it's a discussion that needs to be had because I really think the internet is affecting us, and real life is nothing. The internet is so separate; it's not real. And it's starting to get to the point where people are just pushing out their frustration online because negativity sells, and it probably is a way of them venting. But you venting is one thing, but you affecting other people in the process. Your venting shouldn't affect nobody. If you truly despise women, if you are a woman that truly despises men, you should keep it in your circle. What is the point of going online? You trying to find other people that hate men just as much as you do? Are you trying to convince the world that women ain't nothing either? Like, what? I don't understand people's goal. I know the end goal is money. They're going to do whatever works, but is money worth affecting other people's lives? Is it? Is it really? Because money come and go. It's like, but sometimes you can hit somebody where it hurts, like, and that type of pain don't go anywhere. I'm talking about. But, everybody's acting like they don't care. And I think that's why it's not really being addressed, because everybody's like, I don't care. Say what you want. They don't have nothing to do with me. But I care to a certain extent. Everybody cares to a certain extent. You're going to care. It's just the level. We're not robots. We care. That's why the best thing I do is separate myself when I feel like the negativity from a video, or somebody like not really trying to understand both sides. They're just like, yeah, this side is terrible. Yeah, I don't want to be a part of that conversation or anything. There's literally TikTok lives where people sit in panels and talk about why men don't deserve to date if they're broke. Are you kidding me? And then vice versa, talking about modern women. And they sit on there for hours. And I know it's hours because I'll go on TikTok, I'll flip through it, and then the live be on. And then like an hour later, I'll flip through TikTok because I'm bored, and it'd be the same panel saying the same stuff, people arguing, debating, grown people. And I'm like, is this helping anything? Or are y'all trying to convince people to think like you? Or like, what is this discussion doing? Because all it is arguments and disagreements nonstop. So hopefully, hit that like button. Hopefully you agree, because I really think it's a thing. But if you disagree, that's fine. It's totally fine if you disagree that there's no such thing as unconditional hate. I think it is in this world today. Every stage of my life, it always was that one person, and it wasn't specific genders. It was just always that one person that just didn't mesh with me. And it could be something I did or something I said, but I was always like social and always trying to be positive. And maybe me being positive bothered them. That's a thing too. People get bothered by people that they feel is like overly positive because they feel like I'm hiding something, but it was a lot of work put into that. I wasn't always like overly positive, but the whole point is unconditional hate, in my opinion, I'm gonna stand on it. I think it's a real thing. If there's unconditional love, where people love you no matter what, they're just always there for you, there's gonna be unconditional hate. There's gonna be people that despise you and hate you. They hate Drake no matter what he does. They hate Floyd Mayweather. Them are the two that I always hear hate from. I hear more hate than love. And I know the love is out there, but that hate, it just overshadows everything. And I'm like, I don't know Drake personally, but I enjoy his music. Am I a fan of Kendrick? Not really. but not to the point where I say he's trash. I just don't mess with him. I just don't think it's not for me. So I'm not gonna hate on it. But it's fun to bash people and stuff like that. And critics, that everybody's a critic now. Everybody's, I don't really criticize how people do music or whatever because I'm not an artist and I don't really understand different things. Like I don't think I would ever be able to, like, now I used to do a little whatever back in the day, but I wouldn't be able to put music out today because I just don't understand it. I don't know what's good, what's not. They have that. That's their lane. So if, as an audience or a fan, if I don't like the song, I just keep it pushing. I'm not going to just yell out loud that the song is trash. I don't know. Now I'm just on a rant, but I appreciate you watching. Hit that like button, whether you're watching it live or on the watch back. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching. I used to have a schedule Monday through Wednesday, going live at 11 a.m. But now I'm just going to try to figure out what's the best time when people want to interact. I had that schedule. I don't know. I don't know why I picked that specific schedule. I think I looked at the analytics of when the people that watch me be on, but it's not working out. So I'm going to switch it up, try to I might even make a post and ask what is the best time to go live for y'all so I can have the conversation with y'all. Because I don't know anything. I just want to have the conversation. Are you willing to have the conversation with me? We're going to find out real soon, but I'm going to get off. Y'all have